what you need to know is you can't just throw any oil in here. See that sign right there? It says Dexos. So you got to put in oil that's Dexos compatible. Basically, it's a synthetic. I went ahead and got Dexos. You're going to need 5 quarts for this one. And you're going to need an oil filter, obviously. And here's the one I got with the part number on it. And if you'll notice, this is a canister type oil filter. So it's not under the car. There's also a new rubber gasket in there. Alright, so we got that. And another thing you're going to need, let me show you where this oil filter is. We're on the top, on the right side. Let me see if I can get some light in here. Alright, we got some light. See that right there? That's your oil filter. Now don't think you're going to get that out with anything except the special tool to get it out with, because this ain't going to cut it. You know why? It won't fit on there because the manifold is in the way. See that? There's no way I can get that socket on there, and it's a 1 1/4, by the way. So make yourself a trip to your local AutoZone and get you one of these. It's a performance tool, low profile 32mm / 1 1/4" socket, especially made for changing your oil on your HHR. Alright, so you got to have one of those before you start, or you're not going to get her done, and you want to get her done, right? Alright, so your jack point, you're going to jack it up on the passenger side, right? And you'll want to put a jack stand under there just for safety, because you never know about these jacks, especially Harbor Freights. Anyway, so jack her up, get under there with the 15mm socket, and take your drain plug out and drain your oil into an oil container. Right? Make sure to take the cap off when you do it. That helps it flow out. I already have my oil plug back in. Then I ran into this issue with the canister type oil filter, so I'm ready to take it off. Now before I do that though, I'm going to clean it, wipe all around there, because I don't want that stuff going inside. It's not a lot, but there's some dirt. We live in Arizona, so what do you expect, right? So here's my previous failed attempts with a wrench and a socket, and then I was going to cut that socket, and I'm like, they got to make a tool for this. So Google helped me out. So I'm going to go ahead, clean that off, use that socket and take that out. Once I get it out, we'll see what it looks like inside there. So I got that oil filter cap off. The oil filter just fits right in there. You just pull it off. So, but if you'll notice on the side of this, it's got an O-ring gasket right here, and they send you a new one with the filter. So you need to pull that off. And I like using one of these little pick tools right there. That's the best thing to pull that off and replace that. You do want to replace it, because if these fail, obviously your oil is going to be leaking out, and we don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. I can't hold this camera and do it at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and use this pick tool to get this one off. Then I'm going to stick the other one on. Then I'll show you putting the filter back in, and then we can put it back in the car. So before you take this off, this cap, you might want to put some rags around it. I got a little bit of oil spilled on mine, but I didn't have any rags except for this one. So that's one thing I need to get. But anyway, nonetheless, put the oil filter back in there. You can see down in there there's a hole that this nipple right here goes in. So we're going to put it in upside down with the nipple in there. Make sure we get it in the hole. Alright. And then line this up on it. And you're going to want to start this obviously with your hands, because you want to make sure it's not cross-threaded. Always go the opposite way until it straightens up, and then it lines itself up. So counterclockwise until you kind of feel it pop even, and then go ahead and get it as far as you can with just your fingers. And then we'll take our socket wrench with a little extension on it, put it on there, and basically just tighten her up. See, now it stopped. Now I don't want to go any further than that. Just make sure it's good and snug. And take your socket wrench off of there. And then I'll wipe it off to make sure I don't have any leaks when I'm done. You see I spilled some right there. And then we're going to put 5. Unfortunately, the rest of the video is corrupted, so basically the rest of the procedure is pour 5 quarts of your Dexos approved oil into the engine and replace the cap. Then you want to start it up and check for leaks. And then as far as the oil life reset, I got an easy way for you to do that. Basically turn the engine to the run position without starting the car. Then you press the gas accelerator pedal down and then you let it up. You do it 3 times within 5 seconds. Then you turn the key to off. Now when you restart the car, the oil life will be reset. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share. See you next time.